Rambopa Radio with your host, JENTTV.
It must be the ass.
Yeah, fucking Jen is a warlord.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Rambopa Radio. I am your host, JENTTV, Twitter and JENTTV. Oh my god, Twitter at JENTTV 5, 2, 3. What's good, motherfuckers? I am back. I am so exhausted. I have to tell you guys where I have been. But first, my apologies. This is late. I would have normally had this done for you by Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, but today is motherfucking Friday. And I'm tired. No, I just got back from Nocturnal Wonderland 2019, the last year of raving near my house. I had to give it a good send-off. All the years that I've been a grouchy old person, be like, get these goddamn ravers taking over my town. This was the last year I said, fuck it. I'm going and joining the party. And that's what I fucking did. So I'm going to tell you guys all about it. That's right. Are you ready for your Nocturnal update? Let's fucking go, fam. So, if you're interested, of course, in watching this, I put together a half an hour edit of my Nocturnal journey. That would be on YouTube. JENTTV, all caps. Go watch it there. But in the meantime, if you're listening, we're going to check in and see what's going on in Nocturnal. For those of you who know or don't know, I am obsessed with dance music. I have always loved dance music since I was a child. Hello, I'm a homosexual. I'm supposed to like dance music. It's in me blood. It's in me bones. I feel it in me bones. Normally, I've been avoiding the rave persuasion because I don't smoke. I barely drink. I don't really use drugs. No, I don't use drugs. So, other than cupcakes and pizza. You're welcome. With that being said, I've always felt like I don't really belong there, but when I got there, I felt at home with my dance fam. It was really cool to be there, to just feel the thump of the bass. Bum, 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 bum. You know, just the vibe. I cannot tell you, out of all of the concerts I've been to, and I've been going to concerts since I was, excuse me. I've been going to concerts. I would say my first concert was a Christian rock concert. Does that count? I don't know. But I was like 12. But officially 18. So, or even maybe 16. All ages concerts. What's good? Been going to shows for a long time. Nocturnal, and this might be the case for other rave shows. I forgot to ask all my raver friends. Security, the staff, the artist, everybody, with the exception of a few bad apples, out of 100,000 people. That's right, your dear host Rambopa was in a crowd with 100,000 people. Almost 99% of those 100,000 plus people were the nicest people I've ever been around. So friendly, so loving, dancing the night away, chatting up, not afraid to ask for things, not afraid to ask if you have gum or cigarettes or food or water or drugs or you want to be my friend. It was amazing. I was like, man, when I go to see, who was the last band I went and saw? Damn it. Well, let's say the same venue. The last time I went to that venue, I saw Testament, Iron Maiden. Who else? Testament, Iron Maiden, Megadeth. A few. It's like a metal festival. And within being in line, they were like, throw away your bottle caps. No bags, no blankets, no nothing. You can only come inside with clothes and shoes. If you have water, you have to throw away the cap because people are melting the caps and making them into shivs. Within 10 minutes of being in the gated area, somebody was getting arrested trying to fight 8 sheriff officers, and they had to put a spit mask on this guy and rack him up like a rack of lamb and take him out. So I was like, damn, this place is pretty crazy, but that's a metal show. Ravers, I have not been around ravers before. Wow, everybody's so friendly. Security's like, hey, how you doing? Make sure you drink lots of water. We don't want you passing out here. Whoa, okay, thank you for being concerned. Hey, free water over here. Come and get your free water. Like, oh, damn. They handing out free water. Shit. I've paid $10 for a bottle of water at that same venue. What the hell? Super friendly. Hey, enjoy the show. I asked a guy, I said, look, I'm not really sure. I walked a mile and a half away from the gate that I was supposed to go. And I said, hey, man, I'm lost. I saw this sign that said it's over here. Am I supposed to be here? And he's like, you can be, but this line is extra long if you want a shorter line. If you walk back the way you came, there's going to be a shorter gate there. And I was like, all right. And I was like, hey, thanks. And he's like, no, thank you. He's like, I'm just doing my job. I'm like, huh? Hey, this is awesome. People are friendly. So right off the gate, my Raver fam, security, super friendly, lovely environment. I had the best time until we got to this motherfucking cricket chamber. And I'm going to play you this cricket chamber noise. It is the worst thing you've ever heard. So it's over 103 degrees, okay? It's 103 last time I checked, and it's getting hotter because you're dancing, and if you're on drugs, I'm sure you're even hotter doing that. It is 103 degrees, and so they've got this little area with like an owl, a big giant owl, and then it was like a ramp, like a pavement ramp, and they hooked up all of these misters, so it was like a mister area underneath the owl, right? Well, underneath the owl with the misters, with all the resources, the free drinking fountain, the misters so you could cool down, a place to take pictures with your friends, meet your friends, they had this stupid ass cricket noise that you couldn't last more than 5 minutes in this place, and you had to go. You wanted to poke your goddamn eyes out. It was terrible. Let me find this cricket noise. I've never heard such an abomination in my life. Here we go. Let me play you these giant cricket noises at the cricket chamber. What the hell is up with these crickets, Nocturnal? God damn! Crickets! Goddamn crickets! The most annoying animal on the fucking planet. Wait, mozzies? Goddamn mosquitoes, number 1. Number 2, crickets! I was dying. I was supposed to meet some of my friends from work. And I was like, all right, this could be my first rave. And everybody's like, yeah, we'll hang with you. We'll show you the ropes, yada, yada, yada. Whoop-de fucking whoop. And I waited an hour for my friends in the fucking cricket chamber. An hour. An hour of this shit. What the fuck? Hey, man, you're supposed to be my friend. But this is the thing. Reception in that area, reception for that concert venue is terrible. So I couldn't find anybody, and I was super upset because I got really lost. When I got there, for starters, let me backtrack. About a week ago, I hit somebody's fucking ice chest on the freeway and it fucked up my radiator. I had no car for a week. So already, I have no car. I'm upset I don't have a car. Number 2, I've got to ride everywhere with my parents. Number 3, my dad, particularly most of my driving was with my dad, and my dad is a panic driver. he is in such a state of panic, he drives too slow and he's gonna cause an accident. He doesn't drive fast, he drives too slow on the right side of the road, gets all panicky if there's loud noises. If the GPS starts telling him, please turn right here, he goes, just a minute, I can't take it anymore, I can't take it. I'm like, Dad, it's just a GPS lady. Please make a U-turn here. Turn that thing off. I can't take it anymore. I'm like, oh my God. She's just telling you how to get home. It's just the ways. She's a friend. Or what about Apple Maps? Do you like Apple Maps? Please turn right here. Oh! So my dad gets very flustered driving. So driving to Nocturnal, different roads were blocked off. Cops are everywhere. Thousands of people are walking to this event. And my dad is in a complete state of panic. And we'll get to that in a minute. In the nighttime, because it gets even worse in the nighttime. Would you have guessed? So I had my dad drop me off because I had him drop me off super far away because I didn't want to be in an accident with him. I didn't want to be stuck somewhere. And sure enough, as my dad drops me off, he could have made a U-turn up ahead. No, he didn't want to proceed any further because there were too many cars, too many cones, too many cops, and proceeded to make a U-turn and got stuck. Got the family van stuck and had to have security come out and escort this guy, move all these cones around just so this guy could get out and make a big old scene. The cop was like, beep, 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 beep. You can't turn here. Beep, beep. My dad's like, ah, ah. And I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. He's like, I'm just trying to drop my daughter off. I'm just trying to drop her off, please. I'm like, oh God. I'm like, let me out here. I gotta get away. And I just start walking away and pretending like I don't know who he is. And the cop is like, whip, 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 whip. He's like, sir, you can't turn here. Whip, whip, sir. Ah. Oh God, Dad. So had to have fucking highway patrolmen move all these cars around, or move all these cones. Had to have highway patrolmen move all these goddamn cones around. Security come out, give him the escort out of the area that he turned in that he was not supposed to turn in. And by this time, I was already halfway down the road. I was like, I don't know who the fuck that guy is. I'm like, I don't know. I'm here for the rave. That's my Uber driver. So, left my dad stranded there with the cops. And then, of course, as you know, I went over to go find my ticket because the will call said the turn was over there, and it was not. It was for the camping will call. They did not distinguish that on the sign. So I walked another 1.5 miles out of my fucking way to get tickets, and I had to go another 2 miles the other way. So that sucked. But once I got my ticket, I was in a state of panic. I was turned around. I had got the jujus from my dad. I had got the bad juju vibes from my dad, and I was trying to find my friends, and when I couldn't find my friends for an hour, I did the old text-a-rooney. I found a place with reception. Of course, it was in the cricket chamber. I was like, hey, didn't you want me to meet you at this place at 5 o'clock to see this artist? And I waited, and I waited, and I waited, and I didn't hear nothing from my friends, and I was like, fuck! Needless to say, while I was walking, and I was just like super bummed out, super sad, and I was like, man, I don't want this note to be how my rave starts. And then magically, I had ran into somebody that I had seen while I was walking the wrong way to get my ticket. I had ran into him again, and his name was Jeff. And he's like, hey, how come you're not running into the show like everybody else to see stuff? And I was just like, honestly, man, I said, I'm exhausted. I walked 1 mile out of my way the wrong way, so then I had to walk 2 miles back to get to this place, to get to this gate. And then I can't find my friends. It's been an hour texting, DMing, standing around, looking, just getting upset. And the one thing I hate is when somebody tells me they want to make plans with me and they don't do it. That is heartbreaking for me. It's disappointing because you're giving me your word. You're saying that you're going to do this, and then you're not. It's like, well, fuck. What is anything else that you say is your word, you know? So I was like, damn, my friends said they're going to be here, Jeff, and they ain't here. And then Jeff was like, that's cool. You can kick it with me. And I was like, oh, well, damn. All right, cool. Me and Jeff, we're homies now. Just randomly met this dude. Supposedly lives not too far from my house. And we just became rave homies. And I like that. I was like, oh, man, this is awesome. Came to the rave alone and made a new friend. So I kind of forgot about looking for my friends and went off to enjoy the sweet sounds of Kendall. I highly recommend. And I was like, oh, damn. All right, cool. I'm having a good time. And I just kept telling myself, I was like, all right, if anything else, you know, my friends will turn up eventually, no big deal. So I went to go see another artist, and I told Jeff, I was like, hey, I'm going to go see this guy. And he goes, okay, I'm going to stay here for Kendall. And I was like, cool, see you later. There is 100,000 people here. Let me get this point across here. There is 100,000 people in this place. Not one time, the entire 2 days this festival went on, did I see my friend. But in one day, I saw Jeff 3 times. Out of 100,000 people, no cell phone reception. Jeff doesn't have my number. We randomly kept finding each other, and I said, you know what? You're my rave homie for life. Jeff, you're the guy. You're my guy. Jeff, you're my guy. Like the second time I saw him, I was like, oh my God, Jeff. Hey! Man, and he got all excited, and I was just like, damn. And I was like, well, hey, where are your friends? He's like, I came to this thing alone. He's like, my friends don't like this music. And I said, yeah, my regular friends don't really particularly care for dance music, at least not at this level where they would actually come to a dance show. But I'm sure they listen to it from time to time. But I have, you know, my actual rave friends that I so knowingly love, and nobody's returning my text. What's going on? And Jeff's like, yeah, what the hell's up with that? He's like, so nothing from your friends? I was like, nah, man. And I'm trying not to let it bum me out, but I was bummed. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I was bummed. But the music was so good. I was having such a good time with Jeff. I was just like, man, fuck this. My friends are going to do whatever they're going to do. Go do whatever they're going to do. And so me and Jeff had a good time. So I ran over to go see my next artist. So when I first got there, let me kind of rewind a little bit back. Okay, so I'm going to shout out some names of some bands that I like that were really cool. And if you like dance music, I highly recommend. I'm going to be playing some of their music throughout the show. Hopefully just loud enough where you can hear it. And you can go dig them up or whatever. So the first person I saw when I walked in was Raiden, I think was her name. She's a DJ. Super cute. Red hair, wearing a little bikini. Which, by the way, people, the dress code at these raves for girls is stickers over the nips and like a loincloth in the front, ass out, with some fishnets. What? I was like, hola ma, hola ma, hola ma, hola ma, oh. Everywhere I turned, hola ma, hola ma, hola mami, mucho gusto. I was like, whoa, hey, what's going, what you, huh? What? Oh my, what? Let me holla. Wow. Wow. Damn. That was crazy. Crazy hot chicks, naked basically. Man, what a spot. So, first set I saw was Raiden. She was wearing the same clothing and attire as most of these ladies there, which is a bikini with the fishnets and the super red hair, and was like, yeah, dancing my shit. Then after Raiden was, I went and ran over and I saw Hydra. Hydra was dope. Hydra's like old school techno vibe, if you like that. And then me and Jeff ended up meeting up for Kendall at 5 o'clock. Kendall was dope. Kendall was cute or whatever. And she's a dope DJ. I highly recommend Kendall. Then frantically raced over to the drinking fountain. Mind you, the drinking fountain was probably 50, no, more than that. The drinking fountain was probably a football field size distance away. And then there was another stage about 50, 60 yards from that. And then they're all kind of spread out about a football field length apart, maybe even 50, 60 yards. But particularly because I was on this one side, which was kind of the more popular stages, the drinking fountain and the stage that would have like drum and bass kind of sound, or like acid house, if you will, that was the furthest away from everything, pretty much. Well, no, it wasn't the furthest away. It was the closest to the stuff. The Wolves Den, which was the main stage, that was the furthest away from everything. And the drinking fountain was kind of in between all that. So a football field length away was the drinking fountain. Your dear host, Rambopra, went to a rave on a budge, bought one bottle of water, and was just running back and forth to the drinking fountain. I was sprinting because the cool thing about raves is the time that they say they're going to start, they start on time. This ain't like a rock concert where like, yeah, it was in the back railing some bitches, or I was signing autographs and here I am 45 minutes late. Hey, ready for the show? Rave shows, electronic shows, DJ shows, disco shows, they start a hard start. If it starts at 5 o'clock, 4:59, they're putting their headphones in and they're waiting for the guy to unplug. So at 5 o'clock, they're plugging in and they're ready to spin. So I ran over there, booking it to see Champagne Drip, and I was dying to see Champagne Drip. He is Acid House, and so Champagne Drip. And he was back to back with another guy called Zeke Beats. And so Zeke Beats was scratching actual records over this like electronic techno acid house sound. And unfortunately, when a lot of times they call it B2B or back to back, is where they'll trade off. One artist will play one song and then another artist will play another song. And I don't know if it's because the other artists both don't have enough songs to do a full set, or they're just not feeling it and they just only want to do a little bit, so they split the set up. So Zeke Beats and Champagne Drip, I highly recommend. I don't recommend to see Champagne Drip live because this motherfucker was resting on Zeke Beats. Zeke Beats was doing all the work. He was scratching, pointing the camera at him, scratching on the decks, watching the camera. He wasn't even looking at his hands while he was scratching. He was doing all the work. And my guy Champagne Drip was like, hey, everybody. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, everybody. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And it was just not like, oh, I think he was probably just too high, maybe. All right, I get it. That's the environment. People are there to get fucked up, whatever. But I was waiting and waiting patiently for Champagne Drip to play his hit song, Nerf This. Spotify, Nerf This. And go apeshit. Champagne Drip starts to play Nerf This, and I'm like, yes! Finally, the moment we've all been waiting for. Nerf This! Okay, Champagne Drip starts to play Nerf This, and I kid you not, he plays the song for 40 seconds, and then when it gets to the chorus, he cuts it off and plays some shit new song. What? Huh? Okay. I was so disappointed. I was so heartbroken. I was like, no, motherfucker. We're waiting 50 fucking minutes for you to play a hit song. And you play 40 seconds? I waited 50 minutes. I was so pissed. Even before that song had came out, half the audience had already cleared out. They must have been hardcore Champagne Drip fans because he wasn't playing any of the hits. He's playing new stuff, or he's just letting Zeke Beats scratch over everything. And people are like, what? All right. Later, bro. I'm a head out. Like that SpongeBob meme going around. I'm a head out. So I was like, damn. All right, well, I'm out. So I was like, deuces. And I just thought maybe if I started to like give the signal like, hey, a third of the audience has left. Maybe you should play more hit songs. He would put a hit song on. Nope. Kept playing new stuff. People walked out. It's pretty crazy. And when people started to walk out even before, I was like, whoa, guys. Why y'all leaving? He's about to play Nerf This, I swear. 20 minutes later. He's about to play Nerf This, I swear. Okay, my guy, you got 10 minutes left of your set. Where's fucking Nerf This? Nerf This power. Alright, I'm gonna play some new shit for you guys. Are you ready? Boo this man. I was like, oh, fuck y'all. Fuck that. I'm out. I'm a head out. So, after Champagne Drip, I immediately booked it over to the main stage, which was called the Wolf's-Den. And the reason being is because there were two people that I wanted to see desperately, and I knew that a lot of people were there to see them, so I had to go secure my spot early. And it was Sankehips. So Sankehips is like, he has like a little bit of electronic vibe to him, but he likes to play a lot of R&B, so that's why I love Sankehips. And it was just only one of them. I don't know if the other Sankehips was sick, but only one of them showed up, so I was kind of bummed about that. But nevertheless, he had the best show of the night. Hands down, Sankehips fucking killed it. So, after Champagne Drip ended, I immediately ran over to the Wolf's-Den. And of course, because I'm early, I got there just in time to hear a band called K?D, which is called Kid. He's a DJ. And he plays music that is not my cup of tea. Now, if it's your cup of tea, awesome. He has this kind of techno where there's no snare or anything. It's just like noise. It's just like boom, 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 boom. It's just bass. That's all you hear is just bass. Boom, 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 boom. Let me see if I've got some Kid for you here. So this is K?D, and I was like, where's the band I want to see? Where's Sankehips? I just wanted to kill myself when I was listening to this. No offense. I mean, if you love hardstyle, then cool. But damn, this is fucking terrible. I was like, oh my god. People went nuts for this shit. Like, all the little kids were like, oh my god, listen to the bass. Listen to this shit. It was an hour of this. I wanted to die. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna bash me head in. It was just like, no snare, no cymbal, just like a little bit of talking, and then and I was like, oh god, this is terrible. But I was like, I have to stay here. I cannot lose my place because the man Sankehips is coming on, and I have to hear Sankehips. And Sankehips did not motherfucking disappoint. Sankehips is so good. I want to play you a little snippet of Sankehips. If I got it here, I think this is it right here. Listen to the sick ass mix from Sankehips. So you get that hip hop vibe from Sankehips, which is why I love him. He mixes a little bit of electronic noises in there here and there, but you get that R&B vibe, which is dope. Sankehips. And then, of course, he fucking killed it with this. I don't like Post Malone. I can't stand Post Malone, but I love this band, Miramasa, and he mixed up Post Malone, Wow with Miramasa, I Need You, and it was fucking dope. Listen to this shit. So dope. I was dancing crazy. I was like, oh my god, this is sick. Sankehips. Spotify these motherfuckers. They're so good. Get out the way. Yeah, he's so good. Sankehips. Well, I gotta say, both of them are. They're good, but it was just only one Sankehips that night, so I was like, man, Sankehips. People don't understand because people are already hyped up from that kid guy playing the boom, 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 boom. So that's the level that people are familiar with and love that pace. And the Sankehips came in with this chill, like, if you got a blunt, smoke it, hang out, do whatever, dance, lay there. I don't care. We're all just hanging. We're just chilling. He had that chill hip hop kind of R&B vibe. And that's why I like Sankehips. And so people started to walk out. I was like, no, don't walk out. It's Sankehips. What the fuck are you doing? This is greatness right here. Hang in there. And so then he started to mix some old songs and then people were coming back and I love that. But of course, my champion of the night, day one, with the second best showing, I would say Kendall would be number 3. Deorro. I love Deorro because he mixes old school techno with my Spanish music. I love my Latin fam. Y'all know my guy Deorro, who is the champion of OG Latin tunes with the techno. Listen to this. He kills it. Yo, if you like Deorro, go listen to Deorro. He's got that Latin vibe. Well, obviously, because he's from Mexico, but he likes to mix the OG Hispanic songs with the techno. So he's educating the kids. That's why I like that. He's teaching them something. And then, of course, all my Latin fam who already know these joints, they can get down to them. It's just like a re-zhuzh. Oh, here we go. Here comes the acid. God, he's so good, Deorro. But you have to see Deorro live. He won't play a lot of these Latin songs regularly on Spotify because, of course, it's other people's songs. So he's mixing other people's songs with his songs. So that's how he gets away with it at a concert. But, of course, for legal reasons, he can't, play these songs on his Spotify. So he just has the thump with it. But he does do a lot of tracks with, if you love Latin music, you'll love Elvis Crespo. He does the Suavemente, Bésame. Tus labios me están tan suave. Uh-oh, it's coming now. I'm gonna drop the beat on y'all. Suave, 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 suave. I love this part. People get nuts when this shit come on. Beat the beat up right now. 3, 2. I love it. I love this shit, man. Deorro's the fucking man. Oh, damn it. Oh, I can't get enough. I can't get enough of this. Hey, baby. You want some elote? Hey, papi. Did you give me some frutas? Yeah, baby. Frutas before putas. Oh shit! Oh shit! Here it comes! Frutas before putas! Elote! Chimichangas! carne asada, tacos, Tuesday. Oh, I love this shit. Deorro's the fucking man. So that was day one in a wrap. So of course, day one, I had to, of course, signal the parentals. I wanted to stay longer because they played till midnight, but I was like, man, I'm over the age of 30. It's 10 o'clock. It's time to go to bed. I've got to go to work the next day. Both days I worked, so I was exhausted. Don't ever go to a 2-day concert and try and work all them days in between. No, sir. But I did it, and now I feel like I'm going to pass out. Anyhow, so I'm leaving the concert, and I called the parentals. They had trouble trying to get in. The sheriff was nice enough. Of course, he remembered my crazy dad and his driving. They had blocked off the road. They weren't letting anybody through. But magically, my mom convinced the sheriff to let my dad and my mom through to pick me up. So they let me through. And I'm calling them, and I told them to pick me up at the same spot. Just don't get stuck in the cones again. What did my dad do? He does something even better this time. My dad, it's a 2-lane road. So it's a small little town called Deorro, which is like 2 miles away from my house. It's a 2-lane road. It's meant for people with horses. It's got a park for people who ride the horses. And that's about it. You either have a horse or you're a truck driver. Those are the people that live in Deorro. Oh, and dirt, any sort of motorcycle or race car that goes on the dirt. They have a dirt track there, okay? That's about the only thing Deorro is known for, is a concert area, horses, and the dirt track. Welcome to the places I grew up. So, it's a 2-lane road, and because of traffic and whatnot going on, to control traffic, and they don't want all these people wandering about the city of Deorro and all this stuff, they've got all these roads blocked off, but they were nice enough to let my parents through. Fine. What does my dad do? I tell him, I'm walking. I said, hey, man, they let a couple more cars through I'm seeing on the bridge. When you come to get me, pull over out of the way, because I don't want people to have to wait, because if they're waiting, this is the whole reason why the cops don't want people in there. It's because they had the area blocked off to keep people from waiting in there so people can pass with traffic and stuff. They don't want all this shenanigans going on, okay? What does my dad tell me? No, just get in the car. And I was like, Dad, you're in the road. Pull over. It's a 2-lane road that has now been blocked off to just one with cones. Pull over. You're blocking traffic. He says, no, just get in. And I said, no, get out of the road. And what does my dad do? He pulls in a little bit. So instead of his entire car blocking the 1-lane road now, which used to be 2, his bumper is now blocking the road. And I said, Dad, you're still in the road. Pull over. And he's like, just get in. I go to get in the van. None of the doors will open. None of the fucking doors open. And I'm in a panic because cars are starting to pile up. It was 4 cars, then 6 cars, then 8 cars, then 10 cars, and then it got long than what my eye could see. It started to go over the bridge, and then police. I saw sirens coming, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, Dad, open this door. Open the door. Do you have the child lock on? What's going on? The doors don't open. He's like, try my side. My mom's like, let me try and fix it. And then my mom's trying to open the door. The door won't open. Then the door, because it's an automatic door, you just pull up on it and it opens automatically. The automatic door is like jammed or something, okay? My mom's trying to fix it. I run to the other side of the door to try and open his door, and his door's jammed too. My mom's trying to fix the jam. The cars are piling up. The cops are coming. Why is there a holdup? The cops are like, keep moving, keep moving. And I was like, fuck, fix this door. The cops are coming. The popo's on the way. So I'm in a state of panic. My mom's in a state of panic. My dad's like, oh. And my mom's hand gets stuck in the door. I was like, everything that could go fucking wrong went wrong. My dad still then tries to pull over a little bit more, and I'm like, you're still in the street. You're still in the street, and then your fucking door's open. And he's like, don't talk like that, Jenny. Don't use the Lord's name in vain. And I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. I'm freaking the fuck out. I'm blowing a gasket. My mom's like, my hand's stuck. Don't move the car. My hand's stuck. And I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. My dad's like, don't say the Lord's name in vain. And I was like, oh my God. And then 4 kids rolling on E walk up to the van and go, hey man, are you Greg, our Uber driver? And they try and get in the van, and I was like, no, this ain't your van, it's the other van down the bridge in the long line where the cops are telling everybody to fucking move. Jeez, I was freaking out. Finally, somehow my dad turns the car off and turns it back on, and the door's open. And we look like an idiot. We look like fools. People are like, beep, beep. The sheriff's like, beep, beep. Keep it moving, keep it moving. Keep it moving. What's the holdup? There's no traffic through here. And I was like, oh, fuck. Oh, my God. This is so fucking embarrassing. I lay down in the seat because I don't even want to be fucking sane. I'm so embarrassed. I'm over the age of 30. I'm middle-aged 30. And I'm in a van with my parents. And the fucking door won't open. And we're blocking traffic. And the police are yelling at us. Then, like clockwork, my dad makes the illegal U-turn again, gets stuck in the cones. We gotta get security to move us a fucking again, and they're like, you again? What the fuck? We just rescued you 10 hours ago. Here you are again, stuck with the cones. And I was like, oh my God. Ugh, this cannot be happening. So day 2, I was like, Mom, please, for the love of God, Mom, please, I do not want to ride with Dad. Please take me. Please, please, please. I beg you. Please take me to the concert. So she's like, fine, I'll take you. So my mom's got a sweet brand new Toyota SUV. So we can get in over these cones just in case something happens. Well, day 2 fucking goes off like a bomb. And I live, I'm not kidding you, I live 4 miles away from this place. It is a 45-minute jog, maybe even 30 if you're moving. It is a 45-minute jog for me to this location. It is less than a 6-minute car ride, 4 miles, less than 4 miles away from my house, this location. It took us an hour and 30 minutes just to get off the freeway to the concert. That didn't even include getting to the door. To get off the freeway. It was so fucking bad. People were getting out of their cars and walking on the freeway. Then police were coming out of nowhere, be like, whoop whoop, you can't be walking on the freeway, we'll write you a ticket, whoop whoop. And then the people had to get back in their cars, move the cars. It was a goddamn nightmare. I was like, huh? I could have ran here and made it. So I missed this drum and bass band from England that I wanted to see so fucking bad. Lodestar, look them up. They're fucking amazing. My personal favorite song from them is called Lifeline. Please go listen to it. I love Lodestar. Lifeline is great. I was pulling on my face. I didn't know what to do. I was just like, Argh! And then to top it all off, of course, people were being rowdy as fuck. These dumbass kids were holding up traffic because they decided to keep doing Chinese fire drills because traffic wasn't moving fast enough, so they kept switching who was driving. And then one of them got the greatest idea to open container, drink vodka out of the car, sitting on the car window while somebody else was driving. Mind you, we were only moving 5 miles an hour, but still, your friend is driving from the passenger seat while you're sitting on the window, and drinking a giant container of vodka. Well, whoop, 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 whoop. The 5-0 saved the day and got this piece of shit out of the line and was like, reckless driving, open container, there goes your concert night. We were all laughing, everybody in line, because the line was moving 5 miles an hour. So if you could see these kids, we were all like, y'all are stupid. Driving, hanging out of the window with an open container of vodka, doing Chinese fire drills, thinking they wouldn't get caught. Well, guess what? You got caught, bitch, and you look stupid. Because the one dude had a leopard onesie on. The chick had pasties on and some fishnets, and the other friend was already stoned out of his mind, so he didn't know where he was, and the cops were just having a field day with that. So finally, we get on the street. I'm just dying, and I was just like, I almost don't even want to go to the fucking concert anymore. I was so upset. But my two favorites were playing that night since I missed Lodestar. My two favorites that I had to see. I could not leave the festival. They would have had to chain me to the gate to see these people. I was not leaving without seeing Chris Lorenzo and Joyride. Y'all know I've played some Joyride tunes on here before. I fucking love Joyride, so I have to see Joyride. And I also love Chris Lorenzo, and I'll play that for you in a minute. My mom saw the look of disappointment on my face and went 4x4 action. Drove right through the fucking cones, got me right to the door, drove on some street that you're not supposed to be on unless you're a cop or you work at the event or you're a performer. She's like, I don't know where this road goes, but we're going. Fuck it. Mom to the rescue. Super mom. She was like, bah, ran over a bunch of cones. Now, because my dad was in the soccer mom van, of course he got stuck. But my mom's in the Toyota the Toyota SUV. She was like, boop, 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 boop. And even people that were walking were like, oh shit, this lady's coming through. And then she made the baddest ass U-turn I've ever seen. Practically flung me out of the car. She said, good luck, have fun. And people were like, ah! It was crazy. My mom, Bonnie and Clyde, that shit. My mom was like, Thelma and Louise, we're going off the cliff and we're turning here on this dirt road and then we're hitting the pavement and we're going to get you right to the front door. And I was like, Mom, you're not supposed to be in this area. You got to have a pass. And my mom's like, watch me. I loved it. Mom's got me there. I still had about 20 minutes left of Lodestar that I could have seen. But on day 2, because there were so many fucking people, they were slowing down, letting people in. So I got stuck in a gated area with over 200 people, elbow to elbow, wondering why we weren't moving, panicking. People were sweaty. People were getting sick because they're claustrophobic. And they kept us in this pin area. And they're like, just a few more minutes, we'll let you in. It's a little crowded right now. It's like, no, motherfuckers, you sold us all tickets. Let us the fuck in. What's it gonna matter if we're all walking in right now? Or if you're letting us in fucking 10 at a time? This is bullshit. Everyone's like, what the fuck are we standing here for? Everyone's like, yeah. And I was like, well, there's 200 of us. Why don't we just all fucking barge the gate? And then finally the dude was like, all right, you can go in. And then let 50 people in at a time. I was like, fuck you. So I sat in a gated area for the last 20 minutes and I could fucking hear Lodestar on the hill. And I was like, you son of a bitch. Fuck your mother. Go suck your mother. I was pissed. I was like, fuck y'all security. Y'all were too nice. And now you weren't letting us in. And then I missed Lodestar. I was so pissed. And my friend that I actually wanted to see it with was there seeing it. But I guess he was on a magical journey as well with mushrooms or something. But anyhow, couldn't get a hold of me, or I don't know if he tried. But funny thing with all of my friends that didn't text me back and didn't meet up with me apparently had the worst time. And I had the best time by myself with Jeff. And then day 2 met some all the mommies. Mucho gusto. Met some smoking hot chicks. And they're like, oh my God, you are so cute. And I was like, huh? You. And I was like, huh? You. And I was like, me? Yeah, you with the brown eyes and the blue shorts. Because I always wear I always wear tie-dye blue board shorts everywhere because, you know, that's what the young kids wear. And I got to stay young, you know what I'm saying? So I wear my tie-dye board shorts everywhere. And that's probably why I'm single. But, hey, not tonight on day 2. I had 2 backstage baddies with me. All right, me and Jeff and 2 backstage baddies. Let's go. I don't even know the fucking names. Didn't care. I was like, all right. They think I'm cute. And I was like, are you guys rolling together? And they're like, yeah. And I was like, oh. And I was like, oh. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm rolling, but I'm by myself. And they're like, oh, yeah, so are we. And I went, wait, no. Not that kind of rolling. I'm sober, but I'm just hanging here alone. And they're like, oh, no, we're not sober. And I was like, oh, awesome, cool. So me and these backstage Betties and Jeff, we went rolling on over to, well, not me. They were rolling, but not your dear host, Rambo, drug free. Had me a cocktail after the show, because I don't trust to be intoxicated or inebriated with 100,000 people. And that's what happened to my friend. He was fucked up, and he said it was super scary. It was tripping him out with all the people. And I was like, oh, damn. Didn't sound like a good time. And he said it wasn't a good time. And I was like, sorry about that, fam. Should have rolled with me and Jeff in the backstage Betties. So me and the backstage Betties and Jeff, we get on over to Chris Lorenzo, and I just about died. Because what did Chris Lorenzo do? Chris Lorenzo knows, unlike Champagne Drip, the fans are there to see him, and the fans want to hear the hits. So Chris Lorenzo, without fail, played the songs I wanted to hear straight away. Played the hits. I was like, oh damn, oh shit. And I was in full tilt mode, was dancing. I danced so much that I did 27,000 steps that day. Okay, at the concert, 27,000 steps. I was stepping, shuffling, flailing my arms. I was having the best time. Backstage Betties were fucked up. They were doing whatever they were doing. Jeff was fucked up. What? I don't know if Jeff was fucked up. Jeff seemed kind of sober. Jeff was having a good time. So I'm going to assume Jeff was not fucked up. But if he was, more power to him. All four of us, we had a good time on day two. And mind you, these are random people I met at the show. Okay? I didn't even know these people from Adam. Okay? Just met them. We liked the vibes that we had, and we all hanging out. So here's my guy, Chris Lorenzo, who just melted my feet. I was like, yes! Hey, Pablo. So Chris Lorenzo's playing my two favorite songs together right here. Hey Pablo, and then Work. I highly recommend Spotify, Chris Lorenzo, Hey Pablo, and Work. This shit is guts, fam. I love it. Listen to this drop right here. I was getting stupid. Oh, Hey Pablo. I was like, oh shit. And ooh, the tape. You can see the backstage Betties in my tape if you go to YouTube. Hello. Wow. There's some dimes. Here we go. Here comes the Work right here. Chris Lorenzo. Take your broom and sweep the yard. I played this song for my dad. He says, that's an old Jamaican song. What is he doing? What y'all waiting for? Put your back on it. Just a little more. Oh shit, fam. I'm telling you. If you come to a dance show with me, we're going to have a good time. Drugs or no drugs, all right? Go down. I was like, oh shit. Chris Lorenzo's my guy. Ooh. Then of course, I had to sit through another terrible hardstyle band, and I just wanted to slit my wrist. I was like, who the fuck listens to this shit? This is terrible. I mean, you could be hating on the music that I like, of course, but this is worse than the music I like if you don't like the music I like. Like, this is not the Lord's work right here. This is some stupid shit. Listen to this crap. No disrespect, but this is an artist called Save My Name, and I'm like, damn. How about you give your turntables to me? How about you give me your $10,000 turntables to me and I can do something with it? Because this shit's terrible. Gave me a fucking headache. Listen to this. I'm patiently waiting for Joyride, and I have to sit through an hour of this shit. I wanted to fucking die. no drum, fam. There's no drums. There's no soulful singing. It's just blam 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 blam. I was literally standing there. At one point, I sat down for a minute. People are like, "Are you okay?" Backstage Betties are like, "Are you all right? Are you tripping on E or something?" I'm like, "No, I'm fine. I'm just resting for Joyride because this is some bullshit." And they're like, "You're so cute. Do you have any gum?" And I was like, "Nah, I don't have any gum." And they're like, "Okay." And then 10 minutes later, Backstage Betties would be like, "Hey, oh my God, you're so cute. Do you have any gum?" I'm like, "No." But you can keep asking me for gum if you want. I ain't got any. And trust me, if I had some gum, it's going to be taking a dick suck for some gum. The Backstage Betties, though. The Backstage Betties. And of course, Jeff, of course. Sorry, I don't like dick, but Jeff, you were cool. You were the homie. I'll ride or die for Jeff right there. Jeff and me, Jeff, and the Backstage Betties. Let's go. Then, of course, my favorite came on, Joyride, and did not disappoint at all. He went stupid. Let me see.
We gonna fucking go!
Joyride's intro right here. I was like, oh my God. Here he is. It's Joyride. You can hear everybody going, oh shit. Joyride went nuts. Here we go. Bump, 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 bump. Cause I hit him with a. I can't wait him. Hey, hey, hey. I was stupid. Listen to how stupid this music is. You better believe like I was dancing like there was no tomorrow. Hey. Hey. I'm telling you. I could have died at that show and I would have been happy after Joyride. I swear to God. Oh my God, Joyride. Oh shit. My toes hurt, my calves hurt, my legs hurt, my body hurts. But I feel like one more song. I did 27,000 steps at that show. Day one, I did 22,000. But I beat my personal step record. Before it was 24,000. I did an extra 3,000 steps at the show. Because I love dance music, guys. And that is gonna do it for my Nocturnal wrap-up. And we're gonna jump straight to some kind of ants. But if you like all of the artists, you can hit me up, DM, whatever. I will post the list. You can also go to my YouTube page, JENTTV, and I posted a 30-minute synopsis of Nocturnal that you will love. It's actually funny. I got some cutscenes. I got me dancing on there. So I highly recommend that you check it out. JENTTV, all caps, no space. Let's go. Nocturnal 2019, the last Nocturnal at Glen Helen. I will be sad because I loved it. And then I am also retiring. That's right. First rave, last rave. I am retiring from raving. I am too old to be doing this shit. What the fuck? I'm better off just watching it on my computer, to be quite honest, because before I wrap this shit up, I gotta tell you guys, I sustained an injury. I thought it was tennis elbow, but in actual, upon further inspection, I have a ginormous grapefruit-sized bruise on my elbow, and that's because I was so excited for Joyride. I was dancing so crazy that I elbowed some Backstage Betty in the head, and she went down, fam. She might be concussed. She might still be in the field there at Glen Helen. I hit her so hard that I stopped dancing for a second. I was like, what was that? And then I looked over and I saw this Backstage Betty in a thong holding her head. And her friend's like, keep moving, keep moving. She's like, my head hurts. And I was like, damn, I think my elbow made a hit her in the head. Oh, well. Today's Friday, people. Today's Friday, and my elbow still hurts. I cannot, usually I use my elbow to push open a door while I'm holding something. I cannot push open a door. I cannot rest my elbow in my car. I cannot bend it. It hurts so fucking bad. I might have concussed somebody, potentially killed a raver chick. I'm sorry. If there's a Backstage Betty still in the field, I have a day off today. I'll come and save you. She was cute, though, even with her hand on her head. Sorry, fam. I apologize. Dinner's on me. Steak and a dick suck. Oh, damn it. Oh, no. My sincerest apologies. Backstage Betty, wherever you are, I hope your head's okay. Get checked out. You might have some brain trauma. I don't know if it's from the drugs or my elbow. To be determined. Some current events. Of course, I told you guys, my car got fucked up from somebody's stupid-ass igloo that they did not secure. And that shit flew off their truck and right into my radiator. $1,500 fucking dollars worth of damage. And that doesn't even include the paint job and the new bumper I need, which would cost me another $900. So would you do me the hugest favor? Tell a friend to buy some shit from my eBay store, Good Gear Inc. Go to eBay, type in seller name, Good Gear Inc. Buy some shit from me. I gotta cough up $900 for a new bumper, fam. I got my radiator fixed, and I'm so glad I have a car, because it sucks without a car. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all. Day 2, the day 2 pickup at Nocturnal was even worse than day 1, because somehow my dad persuaded my mom to let him drive again, and they went to come and pick me up at day 2, and they weren't even letting people exit the freeway. They sent people 20 minutes north to make a U-turn to come back around to go to the concert to pick people up. And when I called my parents, I had already been walking around the park, the park is probably, I'd say, 4 or 5 miles wide by 5 miles wide. I had already did a complete revolution around the park once at the concert. Leaving, trying to find my parents, I did another revolution outside the park. I was covered in spiders, walking on a road that wasn't very lit, heading towards the freeway. I was like, where the fuck are my parents? The cops go, whoop, whoop, you can't walk on the freeway. And I was like, officer, I just want to find my fucking parents and go home. I have work in 6 hours. Please. And he's like, tell them to turn on this street and come back around and they can get in. So I called my parents, and my mom's like, we're lost. And I was like, please calm down. I said, get your phone out, type into Apple Maps this address. The cop told me to come to this address. Go there. And my mom's like, okay. And my dad's like, what is she saying? She said to use Apple Maps. What? To use Apple Maps. What? To use Apple Maps. Watch out! You're going the wrong way! My dad apparently started driving down the wrong side of the street, trying to ask for directions. And I guess he ended up on a one-way street. He started to drive into traffic. And my mom's like, oh my God, he's gonna kill us! My dad's like, be quiet, I'm panicking! She's on the phone! I have Jennifer on the phone! She has the directions! He's like, oh. And then my mom's like, I have to go, he's gonna kill us. And she goes, and my dad goes, I'm telling you right now. She's like, don't get mad at me, mister. You almost killed us. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna call you back. I'm gonna try and find you then. So then I tried walking around the fucking park in the middle of the night. There's no lights, it's a fucking park. It's dark, it's right next to the freeway. There's nothing out there. The other side of the freeway is where all the houses are at, and that's not even very well lit either, because everybody has horses. They don't want all these goddamn bright lights disturbing the animals. So I'm wandering around in the streets of Deorro, which in the past has been knowingly a white supremacist kind of area, skinhead area. If you were black, you were especially not supposed to be walking around Deorro. You would get your ass beat, stabbed, shot, Nazi carved up, the whole 9 yards. Is not a safe area for black people. And here I am walking, panicked. My parents are lost, panicked. It was a fucking nightmare. So eventually, find my dad. My dad finally pulls in. He turns into the Uber drop-off location, which he's not supposed to be in. But the security lets that slide. Security, I found some other dumbass security guard. He sent me to another lot for parent pickup. Didn't bother to tell me that Uber and parent pickup were the same fucking lot. And there was a gate dividing it. And the gate was blacked out, so you can see who was on what side, because he sent me to a place where celebrity talent have their vehicles parked or their drivers park at. And so celebrities can be ushered away quickly, or performers can be ushered away. They just call their driver back. So I'm wandering around a dirt parking lot in the dark, Don't know where my parents are. They're lost. I'm lost. My mom calls me. She said, we're in the Uber line number 8. Hurry. And I was like, oh shit. So then I had to run a half a mile back to find my parents. I find my parents. My dad is in complete panics. My dad's completely panicked. My mom's like, let me drive. My dad's like, no, I got it. And she's like, you are not in a comfortable state to drive. Let me drive. He's like, I got it. And I was like, can we please get the fuck out of here? I want to go home. There's about to be 100,000 people leaving this concert. I left early and it was crowded. And there was still another 2 hours left of the show. And I had overheard somebody saying when the show ended, it took them 2.5 hours to leave the venue, just to leave the venue. And I was like, fuck, I cannot be stuck in this. I want to go home. I want to go to bed. I have work in 6 hours. So we're leaving. And my mom says, do not turn left. You can't go left. It's all blocked off. Don't turn left. And then somebody made an illegal U-turn like my dad did earlier into the cones. And as my dad's starting to turn, he's only looking right. He's not looking left. And so he starts to make a left turn. And my mom's like, what are you doing? There's a guy making a U-turn right there. What are you doing? Stop. And then the guy kept going. He didn't even see my dad. We almost hit. My dad's like, stop, you're scaring me. I'm panicked. My dad was supposed to turn right. He turned left. We barely missed hitting this guy head on, who made an illegal U-turn. My dad turned the wrong way. And then my mom's like, no, you're not supposed to go this way. You have to go to the right. Then my dad quickly swerves to the right and starts driving. And of course, there's no cars at the moment. And my dad's like, oh, thank God. And I was like, Dad, we're on the wrong side of the road. Dad, what are you doing? They're on the wrong side of the road. He's like, no, we're not. My mom's like, we're on the wrong side of the road. Look. And then the cop starts waving cars on. And then hundreds of cars start driving towards us. And we're on the wrong side of the road. And the cop's like, woo-hoo, woo-hoo. You're on the wrong side of the road. Minivan, move over. You're on the wrong side of the road. And I was like, oh my fucking God. And people are like, bah, 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 bah. My dad's like, ah. And then my mom's like, oh my God, you're going to get us killed. And I was like, fuck, I'm going to die. Might as well listen to Joyride. Guys, how did I survive Nocturnal in one piece? That's why this show is so late. I'm suffering from PTSD from my parents. Parental stress disorder. Oh my God. So now back to the current events. And I want to talk to you guys about something that I'm not particularly sure what the fuck just happened with the swift hand of justice, but a high school cheerleader in Ohio, I believe her name's Brooke Richardson. She was pregnant with a baby. She didn't want to tell her parents because it would affect her cheerleading times or her career or whatever, and suffered from anorexia, so you really couldn't tell that she was pregnant. Okay. So finally, miraculously, the baby survives her anorexic pregnancy and is born. And the second the baby is born, she does not want this child. And so she does not know what to do with this child. So the cheerleader brain that she has, she takes the baby that was just born and burns it alive in the backyard. Okay? This week, or I should say last Friday, she got a not guilty verdict. Now, I don't want to say because she's white, she got not guilty. But God damn it. You're telling me if that would have been a black person, that she would have got a not guilty verdict also? They gave this bitch not guilty. She should be serving life in prison for burning her born child and then trying to hide the evidence in the backyard. She got not guilty. And the only thing that they found her guilty on, she will have to pay a fine for some kind of stupid Ohio law where you're not allowed to burn the remains without the autopsy first. Some kind of tampering with evidence. But the whole thing is her defense team sold the jury that she was willing to say anything to get out of questioning, so she confessed to this crime that she really didn't do. Well, who the fuck did it, bitch? Your DNA is all over the place. You're the one who was pregnant, had the baby, and then dumped it, and then burned it alive in the backyard. The parents found you. People started smelling burning shit in your backyard. The parents found her. And she gotten out guilty. And the baby's father, did not know, and until, of course, after it was too late. But he was pushing for the guilty. The baby's father's family was pushing for the guilty because he did not know that she was pregnant with his child. She didn't say anything. And then had the baby and burned it alive. Shame. Shame on you. God. I don't know where you get off. How? I was like, how, Sway? How? She is guilty on all counts. They got the DNA, but they said most of it was so damaged because everything was burned, everything was charred. They barely had DNA of evidence that a baby was even present at the crime scene because she had burned everything. And she got a not guilty verdict and has to pay some stupid fine. And I don't want to say the race thing, but I couldn't help but think, I was like, man, if that would have been a black person, they would have thrown away the key. It would have been a guilty across the board. This bitch would have been doing life in jail. But because it was this sweet little cheerleader who just wants to be a professional cheerleader and has her whole life ahead of her, she got not guilty. How fucked up is that? Where's the justice for the baby? What about the baby's father who lost a child? He wanted to keep the baby. She didn't. She tried to have an abortion and he told her no. That's his right. Respect his right. I get it. You don't want the baby. Cool. Give the baby to him. Give over the custody to him. Have the baby and give the baby to the guy. Let him take care of it. But no, this bitch had to have the last word and burned everything. Burned the fucking baby alive. Unbelievable. And of course she's walking around free. And I'm in a state of shock. I can't believe it. I don't know. Am I crazy, fam? Let me know. Is this bitch burning the baby alive? Is that enough to get a guilty verdict or not guilty verdict? Oh, before we jump into some sound clips, I just want to say a quick little R.I.P. to Eddie Money. We lost Eddie Money to cancer last Friday. Baby, hold on to me. Whatever will be, will be. The future is ours to see. When you hold on to me. Hey. Oh, man, he was so good. I got 2 tickets to paradise. Won't you pack your bags and leave tonight? I got 2 tickets to paradise. Won't you pack your bags and leave tonight? Waiting so long. Waiting so long. Oh man, R.I.P. Eddie Money. Damn it, so good. What's another great Eddie Money tune? Let me see here. I'm in a mood for some Eddie Money right now since he's no longer with us. I mean, he will always be with us. His music lives on, but just for the moment, I just need me some Eddie Money right now. Take me home tonight. I don't want to let you go this little light. Take me home tonight. This somebody just might have run it down. Oh, 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 oh. Be my little baby. Oh, be my darling. Oh, 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 oh. Take me home tonight. Oh, my God. Oh, so good. And then we also lost Rick Ocasek from the Cars. Oh, my God. Who's gonna drive me home tonight? Can't go on thinking nothing's wrong. Oh, who's gonna drive you home tonight? What's another good car song? Surgical. Another good one. Oh, it's magic. Oh, I gotta hold on you. Gotta hold on me. Rico Kasich from the Cars, man. Oh, R.I.P. Rico Kasich. We just lost him the other day. Oh, here we go. I get you just what I need. I mean, it's all what it be. I get you just what I need. Be that. It's all what it be. She's my best friend's girl. Let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Oh, let the good times roll. What you might think? Come on, let's see. You might think it's crazy. You might think it's rude. You might think I'm foolish. All I want is you. Yeah, man. Dang it. We lost a good one, guys. Hello again. Bow, 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 bow. Hello again. Bow, 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 bow. Woo! Who's gonna drive you home tonight? You might think I'm foolish. You might think I'm fool. You might think I'm crazy. All I want is you. R.I.P. Eddie Money and R.I.P. Rico Kasich. So before I wrap this bitch up, it's time for some serious sound clips. All right, sound clip, of course, coming from one of my favorite on-air personalities at Radio 1 Extra, Amplify Dot. She always has these hilarious little bits on the BBC radio that she does, and I want to play them for you. Here we go.
Fashion killers with bad priorities. A fashion killer with a bad priority is a guy with Balenciagas on his feet, but he's using a bedsheet for curtains, all right? Sort out your priorities, all right? Those trendy guys with no pillowcase, okay? If you're triggered right now, it's because this applies to you, and I'm gonna need you to sort your priorities out, all right? You can't have a Stone Island jacket on if you've been using the same toothbrush since March. Not having it. Sort out your priorities. You can't be a fashion killer until you've sorted out the basics, all right? I am sick and tired of these guys with Gucci belts and no bed frame, all right? You cannot have on a £300 accessory and your mattress is on the floor. I'm not having it, no.
Holy shit, that had me in bits. I was like, damn it, you bought a $600 belt and you ain't got no bed frame, bitch. I was crying. I was like, oh fuck. Or you got Balenciagas on your feet and you got curtains for you got bed sheets for curtains. I was in stitches. Oh my god, absolute shambles. But she's fucking right. Don't be one of these people trying to keep up with the Joneses in your life and shit. Get yourself together, fam. Don't be fronting. Don't do that shit. That is hilarious. You got a Gucci belt and no bed frame. Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. And, of course, I will be heading to the Black Madonna show. I've been waiting 2 years since the Grand Theft Auto update. I've been waiting. I think it was, they did 2 years ago, they did the club update, or maybe it was this year. No, it was last year. So it's been about a year. I've been obsessed with this DJ, the Black Madonna. And her career has skyrocketed. Of course, it's because of course she got put in Grand Theft Auto. So because they had that DJ update, so they really have her character in there. You can look her up in Grand Theft Auto, the Black Madonna. And she's amazing, and I can't wait to see her. I'm going to be going to see her this weekend. And here's a little snippet that she dropped that she's going to be spinning, which is James Brown and the JBs, You Better Think. Here it is, the Black Madonna.
Y'all ain't doing nothing greater for us than we can do for ourselves. Can I get an amen? Somebody say yeah. So from now on, we're going to use what we got to get what we want. So you better think. There was a time we had it made. Got to be like that real again. Now, baby, I gotta like to live in a whole lot of love.
Oh my God. Like that's the perfect kind of house vibe I love. Taking those old school jams and adding a little thumpy thump, just a slight little thumpy thump to it, but that's pretty much the original track. She cut up a little few pieces here and there, but like she added the bump, 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 bump in there instead of just playing it the whole way through, so that kind of zhuzhes up the track. I'm telling you, at the Black Madonna, CHI, because she's from Chicago, I highly recommend you check her out. The Black Madonna would be your entryway. If you don't like electronic music or digital music, the Black Madonna would be your dipping your toe into the electronic music world at a safe pace, because she's managed to take a house sound, an OG house sound, like house sounds from like the 90s, and mix it with songs from the 70s, or even that she plays a lot of disco music. So I highly recommend, if you like disco, you'll love the Black Madonna. And on that note, please like, share, and subscribe to Ramble Radio, rambleparadio.com, YouTube, JENTTV. I've got my video version of the Nocturnal update up there. Please tell a friend, go listen, go watch, do whatever the fuck you gotta do. Tell your friends, but only if they're cool. This is Ramble Radio. No negative Nancy's, no sensitive Sally's. I'm out.
I hit 'em.